This service does include a disinterment and a reinterment of an infant grave. Please continue to scroll if that is something that may be unsettling to you. A disinterment is actually quite common in this industry. Some families choose burial plots, and later in life, family members choose another cemetery, and they would wish for everyone to be together. In this situation, the infant passed many, many years ago, and now that the father has passed, he requested that his infant be laid to rest at his feet rather than across the road and down a few lanes. All the preparation work may be done before the funeral director arrives, but by law, the funeral director must be present at the time of the disinterment. Until the funeral director arrives, we're under the supervision of little old Belle here. The grave was dug large enough to accommodate for the Trigard Aegean that's being installed, and to have the grave liner for the infant placed at the feet. When doing a disinterment, our number one goal is to make sure we don't damage the vault in any way, shape, or form. The hardest part is getting the base to release from the ground underneath the vault. The gravediggers working with me today have over 70 years of combined experience, and we were able to get the vault set free from the grave and get it ready to be moved once the next service takes place. The Trigard Aegean is one of the most commonly chosen burial vaults by families for funeral homes that service Trigard vaults. They come in the simulated rose-colored granite that you see here today, a white granite, a black granite, and a dark bluish-gray granite. The entire interior and exterior is coated in this pattern, and underneath the lid is a butyl adhesive seal. The vault uses a tongue and groove method, with the tongue being on the base and the groove being underneath the cover. That is where the butyl adhesive seal is housed. The committal service has now taken place, and the family has moved on to their luncheon at the local church. We're joined by the funeral director to finish up closing and sealing this vault, lowering it to the bottom of the grave, and now it's time to install the infant vault at the foot end of this vault. Once the few inches of water were removed, it's time to relocate this infant vault to the foot of the grave. My assumption would be after some time and the ground has settled, the headstone for this infant grave will be moved to the foot end of the vault that was installed today. Providing services for children and infants out there is something that every vault man has to bear the weight of. I feel as someone who is not only a father, but someone who has lost a child before birth, I can fully understand wanting to be buried this close to an infant that was lost long ago. It was an absolute honor to help relocate and care for this family in their time of grieving.